here we are after day number 1 of the Cinch USTRC National Finals of Team Roping. My name's Ben Clements along with Farron Lucero. Welcome to the final spin. Farron, I tell you what, it was just an awesome day of team roping and an awesome start to the US Finals.
You couldn't ask for a better day, Ben, right here to start the first day of the Cinch National Finals of Team Roping. There was great team roping action all day long. We had the best in the world competing, some great divisions today, and lots of cash that was paid out.
That's right. We started off with the open preliminary, and the unique thing about the open preliminary, Luke Brown teamed up with Jade Corkill. They were high team back.
Luke Brown, Jade Corkill, get you some of the money, gentlemen. You guys, 807 for $12,500. Trophy, Martin Saddles, help their scales, gentlemen. Oh, yeah. And picture perfect at 691 average champions. They are 31 and 88. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Open is going to go to Luke Brown and Jade Corkill.
Incidentally, yesterday at the Guthrie Shootout Championships, they were also the champions of the roping. So they came here, they're number 1 going into the short round. They put a run together of 691, ended up 31-88. They took the win of the roping right there. It was great to see that happen.
Well, an excellent weekend for these guys. I mean, this is what these guys do for a living. They're going to pocket $12,500, the money that they took from Guthrie. Excellent, you know, just everything was just phenomenal. It worked out just right.
That's true, and it sets the stage for tomorrow. You know, who knows what's going to happen with all of that. Second in the roping went to Chad Masters, Travis Graves. Now, the thing about this, Chad Masters was on his game today.
Well, they come from a 6 callback position to come up number 1 or number 2 in the average.
Right.
And what a strong way to finish for them is they cash in for $8,400. Great roping.
And then third was Chad Masters and Jade Corkill, and they came all the way from 8th callback to finish right there and get $6,600 added to their win. So, you know what? It was awesome to watch those guys, the best of the best, be right there at the top and finish on top.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see what happens tomorrow, Ben, in that Open championship.
Hey, you know what? It is just shaping up to be something special. We moved into the 15 preliminary, another great roping, and we saw some kids be high team back, Cole Wheeler and Brady Norman. Now, Brady Norman last year was kind of an all-star here, and here he is back in the high callback position.
Yeah, if you remember last year, that kid, he put him on him all week long. Here he had a chance to start with Cole Wheeler, and Cole Wheeler, an excellent header, a great horn roper, but problem strikes for him in the short round as he misses the steer, and the high team back of Wheeler and Norman, well, they just fall short of the prize.
Well, and the win went to Tyler Riggin and Casey Curtis. The thing about Tyler Riggin and Casey Curtis, Tyler Riggin has had an awesome year so far. He started about, say, the middle of the summer and really has stepped up his game. He's been roping really well. He's been winning all over, and again, comes right here, wins the preliminary with Casey Curtis, a guy that was not even planning on coming to the U.S. Finals.
Tyler Riggin and Casey Curtis from Texas and Utah. They are 20 and 82. They can be 768 for no worse than $8,900 and a chance at 14,000. Wow, 603.
Well, in Tyler Riggin, like you said, he has been winning all year long. He comes to roping like this, teams up with a guy, Casey Curtis, and that's just how Tyler Riggin has been able to manifest all this and get all this money. He just meets these individuals, gets to the roping, enters, takes advantage of it, and just goes ropes his ropings, and he always ends up on top.
Yeah, Casey and Tyler had never even roped together, but because of Russell Riggin, which is Tyler's brother, they kind of got hooked up, entered up. Casey decides to come to the roping. It works out good for him. They win $14,000 for just showing up and roping.
No, this is a great roping. Bryce Palmer and Jake Miner, they're going to be second with a 28.51. They're going to pocket $8,900, so a great check for second.
And then Travis Warren and Quincy Opala, those guys, they won the incentive and then ended up winning third in the roping itself. So they put some cash in their pockets as well.
You know, that brings the incentive into play here, where you got these opportunities for these team ropers to go ahead and double dip in the pot, once in the average, and then of course in that incentive pot, and cash in big. And what a way to start it off for day number 1.
Well, from that 15 preliminary, we moved into the 15 shootout, and what a roping it was.
Ben, this 15 shootout, they were roping for over $266,000, something that would definitely change your year.
Oh man, change your life. And we had a team, Manny Kundig, Rodney Melton, and they were high team back.
This team's got to be 849 for the win. It's Manny Kundig, Rodney Melton. They're open with a 27 and 35. It's the Peach State of Georgia and a little Sweet Home Alabama to the backside for Rodney Melton. Guys, 849 puts them number 1. How about a 697? There are your champions right there.
We talked to Rodney Melton.
Hey, this is a very interesting fact right here.
You know,
folks, you're gonna like this.
I saw him early on.
It's unbelievable to me.
It really is. I saw him early on in the day. Those of you that don't know Rodney Melton, he comes from Alabama. He ropes really well. He said he's been coming here for 13 years, never made a short round.
This guy's a high-numbered healer.
Right.
A guy that ropes very well. He's got lots of consistency. He knows how to get to the pay window. But when he's got to the national finals of team roping,
it's just falling apart for him.
For the last 13 years is what he said.
Yeah. Well, ends up, their high team back. They're 697 in the short round. They're 34-32 on their last steer. They end up winning the roping.
Hey, they split $68,100. I think 13 years was worth the wait.
Hey, I do too. Reed Flake had a chance to catch up with the team after they won. Here's their interview.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're with our first big winners of the weekend here, or of the week, I guess I should say. We're with Manny Cundy and Rodney Melton, champions of our number 15 shootout. Guys, great roping today. Tell us a little bit about what happened to you today. You had some great steers. You guys came in as the high callback.
Oh, yeah, we had some pretty good steers, and Rodney here, he was healing them pretty good. I was just trying to get out the barrier and catch them and keep them on their feet and let him heal them.
You make it sound like it was pretty easy. We're going to come back and talk to you in just a second, but we want to talk to Rodney here. Rodney, I heard you talking to one of our reporters here that this is the very first short round you've ever made at the U.S. Finals, and you've been here like, what, 12 or 13 years?
13 years, and I have failed to make the short round up until today. High team back and win the roping, and this is truly the biggest blessing of my life up to this point, and I thank God. I mean, to God be the glory. That's all I can say about the whole situation. That was obvious when somebody saw the replay of my short round steer.
What goes through your mind when you come here for 12 or 13 years and you never make a short round, and you show back up here this year? You know, it's got to weigh on you a little bit that, hey, is it ever gonna happen for me?
It did. You know what? I actually told friends of mine earlier today that I was more focused today than I've ever been. It isn't that I couldn't have made it before. It's just never fell into my – the cars never fell into my playing. So I wasn't – that was the last thing on my mind when I backed in the box every run that I had from the first one this morning. I want to make all the short rounds. I don't want to stop here. But it was probably a little discouraging at times. But, I mean, you got to keep digging, claw forward.
Man, I'm telling you what, that guy's so excited. That's awesome. It's great to see that.
You know, walking out when we were coming down here to do this show, I'd seen him and John Shockley and Wes Benson and a group of them. They were just getting their pictures taken. They had Gabe Wolf and Lone Wolf Photography out there saying, hey, we need our pictures. We need to make this moment last. And, you know, what a great group of friends to have and for Rodney, what a blessing to have friends to enjoy something like that.
Well, that's really what it's all about, and that's what makes the U.S. Finals such a special moment, is the life-changing events that happen. You know, here's a guy that's been working hard at it. He's been coming here just trying to stay focused and trying to get it, and it finally pays off for him, and it pays off in a big way. Second place went to Tyler Waters and Caleb Anderson. They roped a great roping all day.
Hey, this was a great short round, too. These guys are going to cash in $36,300 to the good. They roped a great roping. Third's going to go to Jesse Harville and Gage Williams. And this Gage Williams, he's coming on.
Oh,
I can't wait to see what happens the rest of the week for this guy, because he's been on fire all day.
His shot in the short round, I mean, he wheels around there, gets one by 2 feet. He rears back. It was just amazing to watch the whole deal.
Yeah, so, you know, a great roping for them. Dakota Ship, Cody Pierce, and, you know, they're going to win fourth, and they'll pocket $21,800.
That's for fourth place right there. You bet.
Job.
$266,000, like you said. That's awesome. Well, you know what, folks? We're going to wrap it up with day number 1 of the Cinch USTRC National Finals of Team Roping. That's the final spin.